away we go. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. As always, visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get down to Dayton, Kentucky, Wednesday through Sunday, lunch and dinner. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. Or go to the app, get yourself some delivery. Pretty much everywhere inside the 275 loop, you can get Galactic Fried Chicken delivered to your house. Aaron, I did. We hit a milestone this week. I didn't realize it until tonight. We've been doing this for about a year now, right? We started roughly November, I think like 11 months we've been doing this channel.
Has it been that long?
November, December. It was right like once we moved into this new house and I got situated. Remember, because I was like trying new stuff, new mics, new cameras, like as we were getting going. Did you see what the milestone was?
No.
250,000 views.
Woo!
In under a year at the start of the channel. So thanks to all of you for the massive support. It has been incredible. We continue to grow and you guys continue to consume more and more of the BCJ content. So we are extremely grateful, extremely thankful. And, even if you don't like me, we appreciate your contributions to the monetization of this channel. Aaron?
Chad.
We're changing things up a little bit. Aaron and I had a very detailed executive producer, CEO, high-level meetings over the past 24 hours. We're going to give ourselves Friday nights off in general because it's the day before a game. The content, you guys don't have a ton of time to consume it. So we're going to move 3 keys to Thursday night. And then we are going to get back to that whole we have one day off a week thing that we're going to do on Fridays.
The first video we published on here was March 7th.
No.
And that was Wes Miller on 3-7 Media.
No, it had to be earlier than that.
Unless it was one of the live feeds. But go on.
Okay, maybe it was. I thought, when was the Luke? The Luke thing was in like April, wasn't it? When we got monetized? When he was on vacation?
I don't know. I'm just
going back. I thought it was before then.
And the first, who cares? Well, I was going to say the first Holy Grail was on December 8th of 2020.
So at least December.
Yeah.
At least December. That we've been doing.
We were doing live before we posted any of the actual videos.
Yeah. Before we came, we were just doing the podcast at that point, and then decided to do other things. But I just wanted to thank everybody for being loyal members of this channel. But 3 keys now going to go on Thursday nights. Friday nights we're going to spend some time with family and take a little time to breathe.
R&R.
A little R&R. We haven't had much of that here lately. So, but everything else is staying the same.
Also, it gives you more time to consume our 3 key points that I know you're dying to know. So, without any further ado, here are my 3 key points. Number 1, score early and often. You are favored in this game by 27.5 points. It's homecoming, home game, sold out Nippert Stadium. You should cover. There should be no reason for you not to cover. Dave couldn't even find adjectives to describe how bad the defense of South Florida is. So you should cover by 27.5 and then some. Put
27.5 is still a lot of.
I understand it's a lot, but I think that you should pile it on, which will kind of tie into my third point. We'll get there.
I think we're both going to be in the same ballpark with this show.
Number 2, reestablish the run game from last week. Last week you had 32 carries for 198 yards. I'm not looking for 6.2 per carry necessarily. I would be happy averaging I'd be happy with 25, 30 carries, averaging 4.5. And I still
it's, against this defense, you better hope you're only getting 4.5 if you don't have a big play or two. And you should be able to bust a big player too.
Agreed.
South Florida.
I guess I'm just not trying to get too greedy here because I think there's going to be plenty of time towards the end of the game where they're running to run the clock and South Florida is just stacking the box. So I'm trying not to get out ahead of my skis here, if you will.
Okay. The only thing I will ask you there.
Yeah.
Does it make you think any less of the run game that two of those 32 carries were for 115 yards roughly?
It concerns me.
The other 30 carries were for like 75.
It certainly concerns me. I mean, I think we know that the run game has struggled. If you look at the season as a whole, the run game has struggled. And so I think that here's a game where you should be able to put some things together, try and see what works, try out some different things, even like find out what you can do against an opponent who is should allow you to do some things, right? Like,
right.
So I don't know. I want this offense to find its groove. And I think if you're going to do it, especially in the middle of conference play, at home, in front of a sold-out Nippert for homecoming against South Florida is the best opportunity to do just that.
Okay.
So that's where
I just wanted to dig a little deeper on
that. Yeah. I want them to be able to run we know they can pass the ball well. I want to see if this team is capable of running the ball well.
So you'll be upset if they go for 320 and 6 touchdowns passing like ECU did in the first half last week.
No, because I think that should, again, open up the run game for the second half. Number 3, properly close out a game. I don't want to see silly penalties if you bring in a second team. I don't want to see I'm not necessarily saying pile on points in the second half, although they should, because they should pile on points the entire game. I just want to see this team not let its foot off the gas and let the other team score in a second half that they're up big at halftime, if that should be the case. I would like to see them just execute a grind, close the game out, get out of there with a big W covering.
Okay. When did we change share to present?
That happened in the last week. I don't know why.
I don't like it. I don't think.
I don't know why the button on our tabs changed to present.
Don't get caught sleeping. Come out early and establish dominance. Because as we saw, South Florida is bad. But Florida let them hang around early. And next thing you know, it's a game into the second half. What do we know about South Florida? They're always athletic. Like they've always got talent. It might not be refined talent. It might not be well-coached talent. But they've always got some dudes because it's impossible not to have dudes when you're recruiting Florida, right? Like,
yeah,
that's just what it is. What I worry a little bit about, we've gotten through the non-conference. We've gotten through what they knew was going to be a physical game in Tulsa, right? The bye week is coming up. Road games at SMU and UCF following the bye week. A bad USF team in the middle. I worry a little bit about kind of not looking ahead, but maybe, sleepwalking a little bit out of the gate. It's homecoming. Nippert will be sold out. You can't let that happen. Unlike you, I'm looking for a balance beatdown. I want 600 yards, 400 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. This South Florida defense is terrible. If the pass is there, take the pass. If the run is there, take the run. If they're both there, alternate 50-50.
I guess I just assume they're going to pass the ball well.
I know, but you're focused on the run.
Correct.
I'm focused on just beat their ass both ways.
Fair enough.
Like
I said,
it
for
was
me,
funny. The anecdote Dave told last night about the USF podcast. The USF guy was talking about ECU. He's like, if ECU throws the ball 15 times in this game, their offensive coordinator should be fired. and they came out and Holton Ahlers threw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. I guess the guy still gets to keep his job. But they can be beat in the air. They can be beat on the ground. Beat them. Get to the twos.
All of the twos.
Right. Not sprinkle in the twos. Middle of the third quarter, I want to see Rob Jackson out on the field.
You want to see some of the threes even.
Right. Well, Rob Jackson, since Malik got hurt, Rob is like sprinkled in with the two. Like he's got a little bit more twos than he would have if Malik was still around. But like get to the deep twos. Like the 1As, the 1Bs, the twos, and then like the 2Cs. Like maybe see what those guys, there's redshirt freshmen that have already burned their redshirt year. Let's see some Leroy Bowers. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Amarian Smith, yeah, all right, okay.
That get to the twos. Like put this thing 42-7, 45-10 in the middle of the third quarter, and let's see Evan and let's see the entire arsenal.
Yeah, if you're going to get a whole year out, of Drew Donnelly running gunner, might as well throw him in some at receiver.
Right. See if he can run past somebody.
Yep.
Show those Florida boys what real speed looks like.
Get Ryan Montgomery's legs in there again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Monty's at. I know they wanted to ease him back in last week, which, my goodness, is he a weapon as a punt returner?
Yes, he is.
Like, he is not out there looking to fair catch.
No, he is not.
He is out there looking to catch the ball and make a cut, make a move, and get upfield as quickly as possible. All right, well, it's about time for Rock of Truth. So I'm gonna let you get out of here. They've got Dylan O'Quinn tonight, so I'm excited to see that. Those are our 3 keys. I think we'll see tomorrow in the prediction article, but I think you can tell we're both predicting a comfortable Bearcats victory.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun.
Again, thank you. 250,000 views. I didn't think we'd get anywhere close to that in year 1 of this channel. So that's crazy, and it is much appreciated. We'll see you next time.
2 months left.
2 months left. Let's get 500,000. Let's get another 250,000 in these 2 months. We'll see you next time. It's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken. Right here on Bearcat Journal. Love you, Kathy.
See ya!